Good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Hurtado. My business that I'm trying to create right now is called Mastermind of Entrepreneurs. And today's lesson and today's video is all about the school system that I actually call the full system. Now, the thing about people, well, at least kids around my age, they say they hate school, but they don't know the reason why. Um, I'm not trying to influence any teachers out there, but the thing about it is that I have always a question in my mind. There's a bunch of bad kids in school, but yet they always get kicked out of class. I remember when I was a little kid, I had a list this big that I would tell people what I want to be. Now my list is this short, saying I want to be a few things. What's the question? It's because school system trains you a different way. Now, you always hear the bell, so that means you have to go from your cafeteria for breakfast, right, to first period. The other bell will make you go to second period, then forward. Now, unless you have those schools that are block scheduled, then you have even days and odd days. Now, the thing about it is that I'm going to break the word down, educate, just to you. Educate, first, English come from four origins. And those are Greek, French, Latin, and German. Those are the majority what makes the origin of English. Now, if you break down the word educate, right? Edu come from a Greek word that means bring from the inside out. Duca is a Latin word that means bring from the darkness into light. Now, if you think about it, is when school gives you information that doesn't particularly help you later on in life, other than reading and math, it's kind of confusing because then you're just asking yourself, why do I need this? And I think I've been in almost everybody's shoes. At least I know how it feels like to sit in a desk and and question that. And the thing about school is that they don't teach you a lot of stuff. Because I remember when I was a kid, I got bullied so much that I remember to break down words as a bully. But the thing about being in a class is like, it's kind of scary because you may think you know an answer and raise your hand and you say what you think the answer was and you may get it wrong and everybody in the class would laugh at you. So the next day you're going there with a pressure of, okay, I'm going to just say the answer to myself and see if I get it right. And when the teacher say the answer, because nobody else answered the question, you was like, I was thinking of that. But then everybody else in the classroom is telling you like, yeah, right, yeah, you thought of that, okay. Like, they're just misjudging you because one day you thought you knew the answer and the other day you actually knew the answer. But not everybody knows everything. That's where questions come in. If you break down the word question, that particular root word right there is quest. Now, what is quest? A journey. If you don't know any information, why not take the journey to find out what that information is or how to get that information somehow, some way? Another thing that I also broke down was universe. If you break down the word universe, you got uni and verse. Now, uni mean one, verse mean part of a whole. Now, people misinterpret that, I want to think about myself and things like that. There is a time where you should think about yourself. At the same time, there's always a time to think about everyone else. Everyone else out there is always what I say, your brother and sister. Regardless, you don't need to be blood related. There will always be your brother and sister. I always introduce myself as Brother Joel. I always introduce myself or Brother Joel or Brother Joel Hurtado. Either way. So if you think about it, if you put the two definitions together, all of us become one part. Everybody in this world become one part of a whole. That means if all of us come together, we become one whole. But of course, everybody misinterpret that definition. Now, another word that I broke down was this word that I really hear a lot. Nigger or niggas. And the thing about that word is that if you break it down, the main origin of that word comes from Negroes. The necros is a Greek word, and the necros or necros, it means dead. So every time you say nigga or nigger to someone, you're just wishing them death. Death atop of them later on that will happen, or it could be soon enough that will happen. Who knows? Time is very limited. Now, there's something about school that they probably haven't taught you yet. There's two planets in this world. Planet Earth, that's right here. Planet Earth and Planet Self. Now the thing about what I asked a lot of my science teacher as I grew up, from 8th grade, 9th grade, going to 10th, I always said, how come there's 75% water in Earth and 75% water in our bodies? How come we have 9 organ systems and the Earth have 9 solar systems in the space? How come Earth used to have 9 planets, including Pluto? That's why I said used to. And why it takes 9 months to have a baby? And that's when I come with a particular question. Why is number 9 a really common number? If you think about it, most people told me they already knew, but probably some of y'all don't. Number 9 is a really common number. If you realize, even when you're on a computer, it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It never goes to 10. Whether you have the keyboard, the numbered keyboard going like this, or the one that has a keypad on the right hand side, it's still finished at 9, never at 10. Now, I also told myself a little bit of math. If 9 times anything, whatever is that product, if you add it, it still equals 9. People told me they already knew that. But yet, math teacher, science teacher, and everybody else don't know why it's such a coincidence. Now, I'm particularly showing you these two because planet Earth and planet Self have two main things that's exactly alike. It takes 8 minutes and 20 minutes for for the sunlight to hit Earth, right? It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for our blood to circulate through our whole body. Now, it takes 186,000 miles per second. That's how fast the light goes. But then, if I'm right, education told you that nothing goes faster than light. Then how comes our own body, could go in our mind 24 billion miles per second? But yet, light is nothing could be faster than light. But yet, our mind could go faster than light. Now, don't get me wrong. People get confused with the brain and the mind. But that's two different things, and that's a whole other lesson. A whole nother lesson. Now, I did explain all of this within a few minutes, and not only within a few minutes, an informational lesson. Not only that, if you think about it, this is education 101. And I keep telling you that the school system that I call a fool system is corrupted. And realize this. I just put science, math, reading, and history all into one. And if you ask your teacher this or show your teacher this, they'll be mind blown. But yet they don't have an answer to hit you back because all your science teacher will say that it's just a coincidence. You don't think this is a little bit too much information that's very similar with the same exact timing, numbers, measurements to be a coincidence? Now it's time to see whether we could switch the school system out and give them the true definition of school and education. Peace. My name is Joel Hurtado. Have a good night and have a good evening.